Here we have a Honda EU10i inverted suitcase generator, and in this video we're going to go through a basic service covering the spark plug, oil, air filter and the fuel screen. So before we get started with the oil change, the first thing we're going to do is warm the engine up to thin the oil out. So to do that, we're going to turn the fuel on, set the ignition to on, choke if required here, and then a firm pull of the recoil starter. With the engine running, we'll leave it running for about 5-10 minutes to warm the engine up. Like I say, that'll thin the oil out and make it a lot easier to pour out. That's the engine. It's been running for about 10 minutes now. We'll go ahead and turn it off. And to drain the oil, we're going to remove this service cover plate with a flat blade screwdriver right there. So we'll get our screwdriver and we'll remove this cover. Just like that. And inside there's the oil dipstick plug. We'll remove that and we'll drain it into this oil pan that we've got here. So now we'll go ahead, tilt the engine back, remove this plug, set the plug to one side, and now we'll pour it into this pan. As you can see, because the oil's hot, it flows really easily. I believe, according to the manual, there is 200 millilitres of oil in this engine, so not much at all. Try and get as much as we can. Once we have, we'll just tilt it back a bit. And for now, we'll just put the plug back in until we're ready to pour the oil in. So now we're ready to put the new engine oil in. I think I said just before that it holds 200, actually 250. So what we're going to use is this Honda EU10i engine oil, which is specific for this generator. Got a measuring jug here. I'm going to pour in 250 millilitres of engine oil. Just about the end of the bottle there. I do have another bottle. And we'll just finish to the level there. Just about there. Now with these engines, the dipstick is also the plug. So remove the plug. We'll tilt the engine back, put a funnel in and fill the oil up. Now the oil level is correct when it's sort of flush with the front here. You'll see what I mean once we put the oil in. So we'll tilt the engine back a bit, place the funnel in. Change the camera angle there so you can see. We'll go ahead and pour the oil in, 250 millilitres. Doesn't hold much. Try and get it all in. Right. Now that that's in, as we bring the engine back down, if the level's correct, you should see on a level surface the engine oil appearing. If there's too much in there, the sort of the extra will just pour out a little bit. So we'll just put a rag down there just to catch it. And it does find its own level. As with the other Hondas in the EU range, the engine does have a low oil level cut out, so if the oil level does drop below a predetermined level, the engine will stop running. And you do get a red warning light on the front of the engine indicating the low oil level. So to rectify that, it's just a case of topping the engine up to the correct level again, and the engine, if that was the problem, will start running again. So with the engine at the correct level now, just clean the dipstick off a little bit more, and we'll reinsert the dipstick, which also function as the plug. And we'll wipe off the excess oil that drained out. off that little shelf, and anything else that we spilt, just to keep the engine clean and prevent any fires or smoke when the engine's hot. While we've got this inspection cover off, we can do the air filter, which is in this housing here. So there's a clip at the top there, just push it in, drop that down. There's the air filter, remove that one. We have the new genuine Honda air filter. Remove it from its packet and place that into the recess where you took the other one from. Now lining the tabs up, just a case of pushing the cover back on. And there you go. An easy job, air filter and oil. We've now done everything we can in the service area, so we'll go ahead and put the cover back on. Just line the two tabs at the bottom, push it up, and then we've got the screw, which we can then just tighten up. And that's the service cover re-secured. The next stage will be the spark plug, which is on the other side in this hatch here. So for the spark plug, we've turned the engine around now. Here's the spark plug cover. Gets pushing in and lifting up. It's a bit tight, this one, so I'll just use a flat blade screwdriver just to get purchase on it. Remove the cover, and there we go, the spark plug boot. We'll now remove that, push it out the way. We can get in there with our spark plug socket and remove that. So with the spark plug tool, we'll just get in there and we'll remove that. Just spin it out by hand. See if we can grab it now. There it is, that's it removed. Got a new spark plug here, which is an NGK CR5HSB, gap to 0.6mm. Installation is the same as a removal, but just in the reverse order. Place the spark plug in. We just like to start off by hand if you can, just to stop it cross threading. So once it's in there, we can get it on the socket and just tighten it up. Now that it's fitted, we can now put the spark plug boot back on. Push that down nice and tight. And now replace the cover. Now these engines don't have fuel filters, but they do have a screen when you fill them. So just take the lid off. Then there you've got a little screen. And just pull that out. When you are filling it up, if you do get any debris in there, it'll collect in there. See, looks like a little bit of grass in there. Just turn it upside down, tap it out, bit of brake cleaner, fuel, just flush it out. And that is how we service a Honda EU10i inverter suitcase generator. Now it's serviced, the last thing we're going to do, we'll give it a test run. So fuel on, ignition on, and then pull, and the pull start. Turn it off. I hope you've enjoyed that video on how to service a Honda EU10i inverter generator. It's not the hardest of jobs to do, it's just an oil, spark plug and air filter. But hopefully this video has shown you how to do it if you weren't too sure. Thanks for watching.